Welcome to Boise, Idaho, where fans describe a home game in one way. We get them on the blue, and that typically means trouble for anyone who tangles with the Boise State Broncos. A top 25 showdown coming up, two of college football's premier teams preparing to duke it out right here on this field. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Colorado State Rams, taking on the 21st ranked team in the land, the Boise State Broncos. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Rams will kick it away to start. He'll bring it back looking for help. He'll bring it out. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. First and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. They're backed up, first and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. Wide receiver now comes in motion. The give to the back. Not much movement there. It's a gain of 1. Gets him out to the 5. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback will audible. He'll let one fly from deep in his own territory. On the run, fires downfield. Gonna throw it to the right. He's got his man. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Letting them out of jail like that is a punch in the teeth to this defense. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 37. Using his legs, it's Riley. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football, create balance, and right here just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
They'll run the toss. He's knocked down in the backfield, a swarming defense, and he'll lose 7.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time, the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short gain.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. They move the tight end all over. Off play action. Quarterback now breaking the field. Connection to the right. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
This is why he's the quarterback leading his team, because he can do things like that, the unscripted stuff, and buy time, scramble outside the pocket, complete the pass down the field. Just so hard to stop as opposed to a guy that just stands in the pocket and you know exactly where he's going to be every single play.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Snap it to the back. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
Back to the quarterback. Feeling some heat. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
And that is an all too familiar sight. Listen, this team won last week, but they gave up 4 sacks. They got to protect this young man early in this game. Don't set the tone, and let's not go back to last week.
On second down, he'll fire. Unloads to the wideout. A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup.
It's so important to know where you are on the field. Great job, great hands, great awareness. Make sure you get that grab, possess the ball, and get that foot in bounds.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And that will go backwards. A negative play, and that defense on high alert that time.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. Quick pass on the jet motion. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them.
How about the start from this offense? What a drive. Just when they needed a 3rd down conversion, they got it. They put a bunch of plays together, kind of wore the defense out, and in the end, punched it in for 6.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. First down here for the offense. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Here's the handoff. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line. And the Rams want to pick up the tempo. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Starting to feel a little pressure. Got his man on the right. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down. Really good job when this play went off script, and that's the job of a tight end. Find the soft spot and stay in the quarterback's field of vision.
Yeah, and it's just frustrating to play this kind of style of quarterback. That's always going to extend the play, make it hard on you as a defense. You got to guard longer in the back end, and just did a nice job getting outside the pocket and getting it to the big fella tight end.
Now on second down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. Moves around to clear up the vision. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. You see a defensive lineman come up with a play like that, make the sack, they start building some momentum to impose their will up front.
Man, there ain't nothing better than getting a stack. That's what you keep track of on defensive line. You're like, yeah, I already got one. You start keeping a tally of how many you can get. That's what you dream about. You dream about getting to the quarterback. Yes, tackles are nice, but I want sacks. I want that QB on the ground.
Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. This is a third and long. He's looking downfield to throw. And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. To the air on first down. Getting some heat. And the pressure is going to get to him, and down he goes, and that's how the first quarter will end.
Boise State 7, Colorado State 0.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Brings up third down.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. The back goes in motion. On third and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
That is not an easy situation if you're an offensive lineman, second and third and long, because you know the D-line, they're coming. They know you're throwing the football. As an O-lineman, you better get out of your stance and get your hands up and punch and not miss, because if you do, then that's what happens right there.
Peek at this Rams offense. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
After the misfire, it's second down. Defense playing a bail technique. On second down, he'll let it fly. Using the quick game. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe he needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. They'll try to drive ahead on third and short. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Man, how about that defense on the snap? They are in the backfield with great penetration. Nowhere to go for the running back. That defense was sitting on G, waiting on O.
They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this fourth down. Just going to keep it after the snap. It's a fumble. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere.
Yeah, and that is so frustrating because he did the right thing. He got the first down, got past the sticks, but didn't do the most important thing and take care of the football, and that goes right back now to the defense.
And a great job, David, by the defense not quitting on the play, right? Of course, they saw him getting the first down, but they were still pursuing. They still got hats to the ball. They were able to rip it away, and that is a huge game-changing, momentum-changing type play now.
Plows through the defense. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. Third and short from the 45. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. There he goes to the right. Touchdown, Colorado State. Don't just get the ball, score with the ball, and the defense did. This time it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender. Seeing that ball in the end zone, your eyes get big as saucers. Go, jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Wide receiver shows motion. On the ground, it's Riley. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Dialing up a second down pass play. Complete to the right. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Great timing there on that throw by the QB on the out route. Gets it to his guy just in time. He makes the catch, and his momentum takes him out of bounds.
Leaves it with the back. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Offense will take that. Free 5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
Maybe can be a little more aggressive here after the offsides penalty. It's 1st and 5. Fast motion from the offense. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. That is just a sideline credit. Roll, catch, toe drag, everything you want. Throw him to the spot, and that's exactly what he did to pick up the first down.
And that's so many hours of doing this together. You know exactly when he's going to break on that out route. You know what kind of speed he has because you've thrown it so many times. Nice rhythm and timing, and you could tell that was experience between receiver and quarterback.
And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
The Broncos will line it up on 1st and 10. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. And it's caught! Touchdown, Broncos!
Man, that is so good. There's not a lot of room to work over there on the sideline in the end zone, but he was able to control his body, catch the football, make sure he had a foot down in bounds. It doesn't get any better than that.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. TCU is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winner Davey O'Brien among the legends to wear that uniform. It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to Miami. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Looking down the middle. Makes the grab. Ball is loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. Boise State ready to send out that offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David. Just giving the quarterback...
Running toward the tape. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up first and goal.
What great explosiveness by this running back to break through and almost get to the house, Jesse, but just comes up short.
Well, I'll tell you, he had a lot of help downfield as well. Receivers getting blocks and making life easier on the back there. And all of a sudden now this offense knocking on the door deep down in their opponent's territory.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You got to fight fire with fire. You got to fight speed with speed. There's a receiver with the ball out in the open field trying to get the corner, but a cornerback with the same type of speed and athleticism able to make the tackle. Nice job.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. And the Broncos want to crank the tempo. Wide out in motion. He looks that one in nicely. And the pass is complete, but less than nothing to show for it. They're knocked down behind the line.
And a great job by the defense seeing the ball come out, rallying to the football, understanding that thing went wide. I'm going to go get it right now. Great job, D.
And this defense has a chance to make a big stop on 4th and goal from the 4. He's looking to pass. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
He has an extensive juke library, and he exhausted it and still didn't pick up much. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. It's complete to the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The defense burns their 3rd and final timeout of the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll throw on 3rd and short. caught near the sticks. It's Costa. You know this sophomore has a big arm, and there were some revolutions on that one. Just enough time to get off one more snap. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. All lined up and ready to go for a great second half ahead. And here's the return. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. We will see what this Colorado State offense can get done this time. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
On second down, looking again to throw. Fires to the big fella. Tackled at the 28. It's a pickup of 5.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense is doing in the back end, and he add the answer to the test right there.
Knocked down after getting 6 all the way out to the 34-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David. They're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Just when they're looking run, now up top. Fires to the right. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
What a great job defending the comeback there by the defender, right? He was able to squat, transition, break on the ball, and knock it down. Could not have played that better.
3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? Makes the grab on the left. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. The Rams will hustle to the line. Off the RPO, throw to the right, looking for the first. Slam to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on 4th down. You're in the third quarter, second half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. And you just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the second half. Someone had to step up and make a play, and they just couldn't get it done.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Dumps it to the back. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. And the Rams come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. Lets it fly deep downfield. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Colorado State. You want to keep your offense on the field, wear down the defense, put that tape on and show it in a clinic. That's the way it's done.
And as a defense, man, there's nothing more demoralizing. You can handle it when you give up 3, but to give up a touchdown at the end of a long drive, you're already exhausted. You've already been punked the whole way down the field. Man, that's frustrating.
And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the third. After that latest answer, tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Turns it loose deep. Makes the catch down the right side. Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, but they finally get him down after the big pickup at the 25.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
That last play changed everything on this possession. They've got it 1st and 10 inside the 30. Here's the give off the left side. Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quarterback checking off. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And he tries to get away, but he cannot. He's taken down. He'll lose a couple.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. He'll ride his man on the option. Nice job to keep it himself, find the first down marker, and move the change for this offense.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea, because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
The Broncos line it up with a 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Floating away. Touchdown, Boise State! They take the lead with the 6. He didn't see anyone open. Said, no problem. I'll take care of it myself.
Yeah, I've been there before. Been there, done that. Not my first rodeo. I've been in this kind of situation. Down by the goal line, I'm getting outside, and I'm taking it in myself.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Auburn is ahead early in Jordan Hare, but that's not exactly Bo Jackson out there running the ball. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 9 over San Diego State. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He'll come out throwing on first down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. They'll run it from the gun. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
On second down, wants to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Boise State 21, Colorado State 14.
The Rams are marching down the field. Off the play fake on first down. Fires downfield. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
And I understand the logic by the offense here. Obviously, you're down in this game. You're trying to claw back into it. Why not take a shot? Why not be aggressive in that time? They just can't come up with a completion.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Snags it over the middle. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. From the shotgun, the inside give. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going. They're really sort of getting in the groove and flow of this game. They're just getting tremendous push at the point of attack. It seems like every single time they decide to run the ball.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Banks. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Colorado State.
And you gotta love the creativity with the tight ends nowadays. They can do so many different things. He does a good job. He slips behind the defense. Defense doesn't know where he went. And what does he do? He gets in for 6.
And he knocks it through for the tie here in the fourth quarter. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level.
And this will be picked off, a costly turnover in a tie game. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
I get it. It's the fourth quarter. It's a tie game. I need to go out and make a play offensively. But I'll tell you what, I'm going to be on the sideline now after that interception. As a quarterback, I'm like, please, defense, please go out there and bail me out. Give me another opportunity to go take the lead and win this ball game.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
Bulldoze ahead. He's down at the 18 after picking up 5.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. It's complete on the right side. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. That play looked as if it had a chance to be productive, but the open field tackle stopped it.
And it's tough to get a running back one-on-one on the ground in the open field. You want guys swarming to the football to try to make that play. But understand that guy's a weapon. Good job by the defense seeing it, breaking on the football, and getting him on the ground.
tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17.
It's the plays like that that are going to end up defining and deciding this game, right? It's tight. Tie game, fourth quarter. Someone is going to step up and make a game-changing play, and the defender did right there.
That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Movement here from the tight end. The receivers telling the quarterback what they see. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quarterback floating away from pressure. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
And the Broncos have it with a 1st and 10.
42 Spider. Tuna. Go.
The give to the tailback. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again.
Clear. Clear. 691. Gators far. Go on. Ready.
They go to the ground. Headed to the end zone. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one.
And that's the benefit to the run game. Keep pounding, keep pounding. Now you break one all the way down to the 2-yard.
And don't stop it. Get down, get lined up quick, and give it to this dude again to go score a TD.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Guys, this is the kind of finish we hoped for. Tie game. Offense with a chance to grab the lead in the waning moments. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Trying to slam in. Touchdown, Broncos! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
Man, how about this offense in crunch time, doing what they do, getting 6 on the board. Now I turn to my defense right now and say, boys, we need one more stop. Go out there, get me one more.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Colorado State takes over the Ram Boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and
He'll take a deep shot here. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down. Well, the defense didn't get caught napping there. In this situation, you know they have to stay alert for the deep ball.
Yeah, so what defense am I going to call? I'm going to keep some DBs back deep. I'm going to keep my safety a little bit deeper, understanding they're down. They're going to have to attack down the field. I'm going to stick to my passing sets, my nickels, my dimes.
Well, they've thrown 2 straight incompletions, and they just need to play pitch and catch on this next play. They're down a possession, and you don't have to necessarily get the first down right here. But if you don't get it, you've got to at least keep the fourth down manageable to give yourself an opportunity to keep pushing the ball down the field and give yourself a shot to win.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
Well, they're down a possession, and they're on their own side of the 50, so they need a big one right here. They've just thrown 3 straight incompletions, but it just takes one. It just takes one big play down the field to all of a sudden get that momentum and that juice flowing again to give yourselves a chance to win.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Here's a throw downfield late. Brings it down on the right side. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down. You look to be backed up, and then suddenly you're not. Big play has them across the 50, and they'll have it 1st and 10. They're working that left side. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
They're able to get the completion right now, and you know the sense of urgency is up right here. They're in position to go win this game, Dave.
Yeah, and defensively, take your time getting off piles, make them eat clock, get in your defense really, really quickly, and make sure you don't give up any big plays by not being organized.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Let's it fly. To the end zone, and it's picked off. Got room on the return. A sweet return after the pick, and they'll have it at the 43. And they were most fortunate to catch up to him there. He almost turned that into a pick six.
Man, and he had a convoy, too. As soon as he had the ball, he just looked around him. There was just a lot of open green, and he took off. Great job by his teammates on defense, getting downfield and setting up some blocks.
So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they put together 3 consecutive wins and seem to have righted the ship.
Dang right. How do you handle adversity? Every coach talks about that. They dealt with it now. They got the loss. They had a little bit of struggle early in the season. What do? You respond by putting a winning streak together, gaining some momentum as the season closes.
And sometimes the good thing about losing games early is that you know you're not perfect. You have to come out. You've got to bring your A game to part each and every week. And that's what we've seen from this team now recently. They've got tremendous players. They've got an outstanding coaching staff. When they put it all together and they play with great effort, this team's tough to beat.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.